Hi, today if you're here with me, my name is Sandy from Nana's Crafts and More, and I am actually making my first video, and today we're going to be making a really cute frog ribbon wreath. It's some really cute ribbon. Here's the actual frog ribbon, and it's got some very cute complimentary glittery gold ribbon to go with it. I don't know if you got a good look at the middle. This is the center. And it's going to be made on a UINC in the Creek board. I don't know if all of you have worked on these. This is actually my first time. They have their name, UINC in the Creek, on here. They're out of Canada. I actually purchased this kit from monkeycreations.com. I don't think they have any more of this particular kit available. I was really lucky to get one of the last few, but I'm really excited to try it. So I'm going to get started. I can tell you that the frog ribbon was cut at 11 inches, and I cut them in half and then dovetailed them. The glitter ribbon was cut at 10 inches, and then I just folded them in half and found the center, and I put rubber bands around them so that it'd be easier to slide them in, so this would not be a super long video for everyone. I know sometimes people get bored, so I'm going to get started. I've actually already put one here at the top for a hanger, so I'm just going to start. You slide your first one in, and then you take your other ribbon and you actually, it's easy just to slide this in. These are directional, so you always make sure I dovetailed them so that your frogs are actually going to be jumping up toward the center of your board. You just slide them in and you kind of wrap it around the nub a little bit. Make sure it's all the way in there. And that really isn't working so good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch it, put it on top, and then slide it in and hold it. And then get my little needle nose pliers. And I will get my little gun. If you guys don't have one of these little guns, they are really nice. And you just slide them in. And your first little pull tightens up the zip tie, and the second one cuts it off for you, so that's really nice. And then all you do is you kind of just spread these out a little bit. I already had them poofed up, and then you poof up your other one a little bit, which kind of did that when I put it in, and then it's all locked in. And then we will just keep going around the board. I started actually crafting about, well, it was more than 10 years ago. I stopped 10 years ago when my first grandchild was born. I was so excited to have a grandchild. And I just was recently retired and decided I would like to get back into the crafting world. And so here I am, trying to pick up on some of the new trends. I'm really enjoying it. always kind of been my passion to be kind of creative and having fun doing it. It's nice to have the tools to kind of help so your hands don't always ache. And I want to try and get the courage up to actually do a live on YouTube. That would be kind of nice, because right now I'm just talking to myself. But I don't have an actual, you know, like a really big setup. I'm just working out. I took a bedroom from upstairs in my home and converted it into a craft room. So that's working out for me for right now. There we go. I think that's better. Just looking at this one. I'm going to go back and spread this out a little bit. You always can like overlap the one next to it. Just pull your other one out. Your little frog out on top so the frog stays out. Glitter. I was cutting my ribbons and I was just full of glitter. But the glitter is just so darn cute. I don't lose all my stuff. One of those people that I like to kind of stay organized. I have everything around me all ready to go. Kind of probably take me less time to make the video than it did for me to do all the prep work. But that's okay too. I watch a lot of YouTube videos so that I can make sure I'm doing everything the right way. This one does not feel like I got it in all the way, which I did not. So just so you know, that's never a crisis. What we need to do is, whoops, get our little snippers and cut this one off. Stuff like that happens when you're working and you just have to go grab a new zip tie. And what's nice about the kits is the kit comes with all the cable ties and you get plenty. So you just have to slide a new cable tie in, which is super easy. Just put it in there. And feed it back through. And you just try again. That fixed that problem. I like that there's always, you know, no problem too big or too small when you're crafting. Nope. And if that happens, just go back to the little clippers. It's kind of funny. You just always have something else always works out. So fix this, spread them out, pull your little ribbon down. And move on to the next one. It ended up, I counted them, that there's 36 to finish the board. I was almost afraid because when I was cutting my green ribbon, there was they had a connection in there. It wasn't like a full roll, so they like pieced it together. And I was thinking, oh no, am I gonna have enough? But I actually did have a little bit left on the roll. So I was like, oh good, because you had plenty of the frog ribbon. It was just the green one, and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm glad that worked out. So I don't only just do wreaths, although that's kind of like right now my favorite thing. I'm trying to catch up because being that I retired at the end of the year, I'm behind on everything. So I'm making a lot of wreaths right now. I finished up with some Mardi Gras and well, I did Valentine's, and then I did some Mardi Gras, and I did some St. Patrick's Day, and I did Easter, and I did a couple of summer ones, like some beachy ones, and now I took a break. I thought, I think I could do something for, you know, all the time, or summery things. So I hadn't done a kit, so I picked up this kit, and I have a lot of signs, so I saw a really nice YouTube video done with tulle, so I think I might try that next. But my granddaughter, she's my BFF, and if you check out my Facebook business page or my Pinterest, I think she's on my Pinterest photo too. She's up there with me all the time usually. She's in school right now, but she loves to make slime, and so I'm hoping that she did come up with a couple of scents, I think maybe 2 or 3, and I'm just waiting for her to maybe clean up the jars. I think she might have put the stickers on them already, and I'm going to take a picture of them and load them up onto the website. No, I don't have a website, but onto like Etsy is where I'm working out of right now mostly. I just did Pinterest and a Facebook business page. I can't really, I was gonna do a website, but I looked at GoDaddy, and I don't have any money for GoDaddy right now. I'm not that popular, so I'm trying to get there by trying to do like a YouTube, and maybe if I can get enough followers on YouTube, I'll try and do the website. But until then, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping enough people will see my stuff on maybe YouTube and some other places that they'll like my work and maybe buy some things. Because I'm sure everybody likes, you know, right? Everybody wants to sell something. So and honestly, if anybody, you know, checks out my Etsy, it's, you know, Nana's Crafts and More CO on all my accounts. You know, if you see something that you like, or, you know, I haven't really, everything is unique. I don't make anything, you know, the same thing twice anywhere. And if you wanted something made, you know, reach out to me if you wanted something custom. I haven't done anything custom, but, you know, you could call me. I think my phone number is out there, or email me, iMessage me. And, you know, we could talk, and if you saw something and I can get the materials, I'd be happy to make something. I'm always up for a challenge. So, if you like my work, I'm getting ready to, I had made a couple more, I make some jewelry too, unique jewelry. Also, I don't, you know, make any of that twice either. I think I might have one thing right now that there's two of, and I really don't know how that happened. But I'm going to post those out on Etsy. And I think I find myself as being reasonably priced in the market. I kind of like checked around and wanted to make sure. I believe everybody should be able to own a wreath or a bracelet or whatever. I don't think, I look at some of the prices, and I mean, I know that some of the, since I started, that when you are out there and you're making your wreaths and you're embellishing them with, you know, bows and ribbon and all kinds of things, that sometimes the stuff is super expensive, and I get that because, you know, I'm seeing it now too. And, you know, if you want to, what's wrong with my gun? If you want to use the nicer mesh, you know, it is pricier, and you gotta charge more. So I get that, but, you know, at the end of the day, I still want to put something out there that customers are gonna, you know, appreciate and be able to put on their door or their wall. I don't try to be, you know, fancy and all that. I just me. One day maybe you'll get to see my face. Right now I'm not like ashamed to show it. I just nervous, and I want to try and get through actually making a wreath and putting it out there and get some confidence. So maybe once I post this, and if I see, you know, that people actually liked it, I'll feel like I can go live and be okay. Because I like people, and I love to craft. It's like the first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning. Oh, I think I'll have some coffee, and yeah, let me go upstairs and see what I'm going to make today. Or, oh, I need to finish that, because I never have like a bunch of projects going. I always like start a project and finish it and photo it and get it out there on Etsy, and then get it out on Pinterest and get it out on my Facebook business page and do that, because I don't, like I say, I don't have a bunch of room up here, so I just like want to complete my projects and get them done. I love these colors together. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And just like all my wreaths, this will go up for sale on my Etsy page. Anything I post on Pinterest gets sent back to my Etsy link. For my Facebook business page, I usually post the price on there. So, I don't know why my little gun thing is not working. Always fussing with a tail. What I really love about this board is that you can set up all your ties and go. That's the best thing. I love that you can do that. Like on a wreath, you know. I know you can like put your little chenille stems on there. Sometimes they slide all over on you. And, you know, sometimes you can't really see your vision because things are sliding. But on this, it's like, man, you put them in there and they're right ready to go. And it's like, oh, this is so nice. I'm thinking, oh my God, I hope I never switch. I don't know. It's like, I feel like, geez, am I going to switch over to being like a Beacon Creek board maker? Because this is so much fun. I really do like them. And I've seen like a lot of people like use them and stuff has turned out so nice on them. So I'm just like, I mean, I bought a lot of frames, so it's not like I can't, like, I got to finish all those frames I bought, but I was just out at Michael's yesterday. I dragged my granddaughter and my wife out there, and it was like, I don't know, people are saying there's a lot of sales going on. They're selling boxes, you know, surprise boxes, grab boxes for 10 bucks. I gotta go. I gotta see what it's all about. So we went, because my granddaughter, like I say, she likes to be up here with me, and if it's not slime, she likes to, she's really good with drawing and stuff, paint, coloring, that. So besides the slime, she bought herself a canvas and some paint and some other things. She wants to paint something. I don't know who she's going to paint it for. But she's good. She's very talented too. So I can't wait to see what she's going to do. But the girl at Michael's was really nice because I'm very picky about, like, I didn't want to get stuck with a box that I didn't need. And I said to her, can I look in here? She says, well, you're really not supposed to look, she says, but, you know, if I'm not watching, I says, oh, could you just turn your back for a minute? And I don't, she completely, like, I don't know, walked away or something, and I'm, like, opening them, and she says, just don't rifle through them. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't do that, and I really wasn't going to rifle through them. I mean, because it's like, you know, I didn't want to, you know, ruin the boxes and stuff. I mean, I would never do that. So I started to, like, kind of open them up, and some of them were like a bunch of those, like, creativity boxes, which I had absolutely no need for. I was really looking for, like, picks and stuff, or I knew some people had gotten, like, a bunch of, like, ribbon and stuff like that, which I already have a ton of ribbon, but I wouldn't have minded getting, like, ribbon, like, for the end of the year, like for Christmas ribbon and stuff, because being that I'm starting over, I don't have a lot of Christmas ribbon. I'm gonna have to be ending up buying it, so that's okay. I ended up looking through. They had, I think, 8 boxes left, maybe. And so I started opening them up, and I was looking through, and I found some poinsettia picks and evergreen stuff I really needed, because what happened to me is I lost so much by not crafting for those 10 years. All my picks, I stored them, but they picked up a mold like smell, and I was so upset. I had to throw all of them away. I know that I did some research, and they said you can soak them in some kind of a solution and I don't know, rinse them off and everything, but I didn't know if it would work, because they say sometimes it doesn't work. And I was just like, oh man, I don't know if I want to go through all that work. So I just said skip it. Ended up throwing everything away. So I needed all new picks, needless to say. So I had spent a lot of money. But I just want to show you, this is our first row is done. We'll move on to the second. And this, oh, the other thing I want to tell you about this board is the first row is numbered 1. We did not use 1. It was the very outer row. I started on 2. I'm going to move to 3, then 4, then 5, and then I will put the center on. It does come with the chenille stems already, you know, put on it, so that's really nice. And it does go in these 2 center holes. So we will start now with row 3. I love how the next row just covers everything up. It is so nice. Well, so back to my story. I did end up looking through the boxes, and I actually was able to get 3 boxes for 10 bucks. It was such a great deal. And then they had the evergreen wreath frames, 10 for $10. So I got them $1 a piece. That was a score. So I ended up spending quite a bit of money there, but that's okay. I ended up spending, like, I think $50, because of course my granddaughter, she found some stuff. So I got her some stuff. Because she is my BFF. Gotta take care of your BFF. We're thick as thieves. We started out when she was little playing Roblox, and so much fun. I also do have a grandson, by the way. My granddaughter's 10, my grandson's 7. He was born 2.5 years later, but yeah, she and I, we are just 2 peas in a pod. Every time she'd come over, she'd be like, "You think of what I'm thinking, Nana?" And together we'd be saying, "Dolls." And that's what we would do. We'd just play dolls. So far the only thing I'm really not liking about this is squeezing this up here. It looked a little easier when I was watching the video, but that's all right. We make it work. Everybody loving this layered look, huh? It's really nice. Yeah, you've just got to take your time. Make sure everything's kind of straight. Comes out. Sometimes you just can't rush a wreath. I don't know. Everybody feels the same about that, but I don't know. I always take pride in my work. So the other day I was working on a wreath, and I put some mesh on it, and I don't know, I kept looking at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I really don't like this. I ripped that whole thing out and started over. And I was like, well, if you don't like it, you don't like it. So yeah, I just did not like it at all. I just started over. And then I was much happier. Of course, I was watching this, I watched this kid. I call him a kid because, you know, I'm a nana, so anybody that's younger than me is a kid. But he's only 18, and he was making this wreath, and it was a Christmas one. He always says, you know all, the way he talks, you know all, he says, you gotta start early, he says. And so I'm making this Christmas wreath, and it really was cute. He had a really big reindeer head, and he then added a Christmas glittery light bulb. He angled it on the other side of this wreath. I didn't know how he was going to get everything on there, but he did manage to do all of it. But when he made his bow, he was having a heck of a time with it. And he just looked at it and he says, I am not liking this bow. And I kept chuckling at him. But he says, he says, if you find a crafter that says that everything turns out perfect, they are lying, he says, because stuff does not always turn out perfect. And so he says, I don't like it. So he took it off and he reworked it. And put it back on, and it looked really nice when he was done. But yeah, he said, yeah, don't let them tell you that everything turns out perfect. You know, half the time we're working on our stuff, he says, live, we're doing it on the fly. So, you know, that's just how it is. Don't like something, you just take it off and start over. It's like, yeah, well, that's how it is in real life. Sometimes that is what happens. How everyday life is for everybody. At least I haven't had to start a dinner over. I don't know. Maybe a couple of my dinners have caught, but not bad enough that we couldn't eat them. I did burn my granddaughter's bacon this morning, and she didn't say anything. It was down at the very end. She ate it, though. She didn't complain. She complained more about the fact that I gave her some mixed yogurt instead of strawberry. I gave her triple berry. It's like, oh, I didn't even notice that. She says, it's okay, it's manageable. I'll eat it, Hannah. I'm like, okay, thank you. Sorry. Just like, you know, we have special requests here at Nana's house because I try and make her happy. She's the one that's going to help me with this video, make it look like a good video. Make sure nothing's sticking out. Weird. Oh wow, only one more and we're going to move on to row 4. How cool is that? Going fast. I kind of really loved the way the frogs were jumping up toward the middle. I wasn't really paying attention to that until toward the end, and I was like, huh, look at, that's the coolest ever. They're jumping towards the center. They want to get to the little frog in the middle. Number 4. We're getting there. We're almost done. And if I forget to tell you, if you liked this video, please hit subscribe and the like button so that you'll know the next time I upload a video. I would appreciate it. You all have been such a great audience. That's my joke of the day. What are y'all thinking of it so far? Kind of looking good, right? See anything you guys would do different? Really hoping that if you guys like it, I mean, I know I don't think there's any more of this particular, but maybe you guys could find some frog ribbon out there, and you know, green, something to complement it. And then I think you could buy these. I hope you were taking notes. And if you weren't, I will tell you again at the end of the video. Number of ribbon and the board and everything I told you in the beginning, so that you can write it down. Since I'm not live. I'm getting so excited, it's almost done. If you guys are fellow crafters, I know you probably know what I'm talking about. It's the excitement of getting to the end and seeing the finished product. I'm short 3 ribbons. Let's see if I knocked any down. Wow, we're getting a lot of sleet outside. I don't know how it is where you live, but we were supposed to have a big snowstorm coming today. And it looks like it might live up to its promise. All right, I think I am short some ribbon, some green sparkly ribbon by 3. Which is okay. Should have enough for 2 more on that spool, hopefully. Moving to row 4, or row 5. We just finished row 4. I'm on row 5. I don't know if you can see there that it says row 5. It says row 5 right here. All right, let me move this for 1 second. Let me cut 3 more pieces. And we're down to the itty bitties here. I think I got enough for. Oh boy. Is this a 10? No, we just make it. It's gonna be a little shy. That's okay. And that is because, here I'll show you. This here is what was in my roll. See how they patch this together? I don't know if this is any closer. They're both, I think, the same. Yeah, this one is actually longer. All right, so let me just dovetail these. You'll get to see what I actually did with banding them. All right, then I just made sure that these were even. Took a rubber band, I just banded these, just rubbed them around 3 times, and then kind of flared them out again, just like this. So let me just do these other 2 real quick, and then we can, that one's going to be a little shy, but that's okay. I think we'll make it. Just like I was trying to tell you, this is super glittery. This is how your little nub got made, so that you knew you were sticking it under the zip tie far enough. And then you just fold it in half. And fold it in half again. Make your dovetail. Scrunch it up, fold it, make sure it's even. Put your little rubber band around here, and then you can pull it out, fluff your ribbon. All right, now I think we're ready to finish up our wreath. Box down here, garbage. These in handy. Let's bring our wreath back. Let's finish up row 5. Be okay for air. Out. Yeah, and you can't even really tell. I mean, there's just a very slight difference that was a little shorter. I'm gonna have glitter in my hair. Man, if I would have had to fill any more, I would have been SOL on the glitter ribbon. It was just enough. out. All right, let's get these fixed. Just straighten it out. Just to go through the 2 holes. And hang on, because where is my font? Right there. So instead of going the right way, let me tighten this up and then see if I can fill some of those holes. Just pull tight and give it a couple twists. And what you do is you just feed it up back through. No, I should, trim this a little bit. I don't want to feed it all the way. I don't want it to be that long. So that's what I did, is I just gave it a twist, fed it back through the 2 holes. I already have my hanger, okay. Now we're just gonna look through here, make sure there's not really any holes. All right, there you have it, our ribbon frog wreath. See it? Okay, so for this wreath, was bought as a kit from Monkey Creations. It's on a Unique in the Creek board. For the ribbon, for the frogs, was cut at 11 inches and then cut in half and dovetailed. For the glitter ribbon, it was cut at 10 inches and then folded and dovetailed. And then I folded in half to find the center. I crimped it, and when I folded it in half, I rubber banded it, and then I put all my ties that came with it, my zip ties. I zip tied rows 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I used my green on the bottom, and I added my little tail for the frog on top, and all my frogs were added jumping toward the center of the wreath. Thank you for watching today. If you liked what you saw, I will be adding more videos. Please hit the subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified whenever I upload another video. Thank you. Take care. This is Sandy from Nana's Crafts and More. Bye.